So, hello everyone. There's a lot of speculation on right now whether about whether India will tour Pakistan for the Champions Trophy in 2025. Which is a long way off, which is a year away. But since the subject is under discussion, I thought I'll just clear the air on a couple of things. Number one, as I said, it's a long way off, so nobody needs to take any call right now. It's way too early. uh, that's what the reality is. Nobody's going to even speak about it, especially in India. It's election season, so nobody's going to say that we are going to Pakistan next year. That's not going to happen. So a lot of quietness is going to be there around the issue. That's number one. Number two, the this year's World Cup, the 2024 World Cup in the United States and the Caribbean, is still to come anywhere close. It's yet to get underway. So why talk about an ICC event in 2025 when we have still not completed the ICC event in 2024? Number three, just because Pakistan came to India to play the 2023 50 over World Cup, if people are thinking that there's going to be a quid pro and India will reciprocate that move by going to Pakistan for the Champions Trophy, if it's going to be that simple, no, that's not going to be the case. And I'll explain that also, the reason why. For Pakistan Cricket Board, the World Cup, the 50 over World Cup, is an important event. It is imperative that they oblige the ICC and all the member boards by playing where they can, because a lot for the PCB from a revenue standpoint depends on the participation in the World Cup, in an ICC event. So many of these countries depend on ICC for their annual revenues. So participation becomes a key there, and that's why they're not really in a position to choose. As against, you're talking about India here. Well, they take the elephant's cut out of the ICC revenues any which way. So the participation money is really, kind of peanuts for them. So they really don't look at things from that perspective. They actually look at things, and pardon me for not being politically correct here. But just to give you an explanation, they actually look at an ICC event where they believe that it is their participation alone that leads to all the noise that happens around, an event of this nature. So, from that perspective, India would like to do as they please when the time comes, or at least sound that they would like to do as they please until the last moment. So, remember, even if there is a change in the stance, nobody really is going to spell it out until in the 11th hour. Having said all of this, last, what do the sources say? What is the industry saying? What do you think is the BCCI thinking? Well, if I had to put a word here, my thought on this would be, it's very unlikely that the BCCI will say we are touring Pakistan for the Champions Trophy. What they will urge to do is have a hybrid tournament at best, just the way they did during the Asia Cup. Because Asia Cup also, it was Pakistan's turn to host the event. BCCI refused to go there. So a hybrid event where matches were played between Pakistan and Sri Lanka. A similar hybrid scenario could be at play, where some matches, especially those ones involving India, will be played in the United Arab Emirates, the UAE, in Dubai, in Abu Dhabi, at Sharjah, and then remaining matches in Pakistan. This could be the eventual arrangement. As I said, too early to talk about these things.